Hello, Rick Team video. Today we're gonna take a look at the most likely, most toxic team that you can run in the Go Battle League, as we lead with the Shadow Victory Bell here. This team has been around for at least like 6-7 seasons. It's insane. It got like they tried to nerf it basically with a Razor Leaf nerf, and some people just went away from it, but it's still literally as good as before. Yeah, I started using this team and went straight for a 6-game win streak with it. It was pretty wild, and of course it's kind of toxic. Like, this team is just to showcase how good this toxic team still is. It's just insanely good. We have the Victory Bell, Shadow Victory Bell. We have an attack rated version here. I built this Pokemon basically at the start of PvP because it was already so popular there. I never really used it, and now I kind of want to try it out, and yeah, it is just very strong. Like, there's not a lot that you can talk about against it. Like, it's just one of the strongest Pokemon that is currently still available, which is insane, especially in the blind 3 format. It's not really as good in like Sylph meta or like in the championship matters because you can prepare for it. But for example, this team here definitely didn't prepare for a Victory Bell. They play some nice spice and I just completely annihilate them with the Razor Leaf. I would actually be able most likely to win the entire game here if what you can see here now, because they go into Electivire after this Shadow Electivire. I would be able to win the entire game just going straight for the Victory Bell, but I'm still gonna catch the Ice Punch here on our Bastion and can farm this thing down. There's not a lot my opponent can do here anymore. Yeah, like, it's insane. Like, Shadow Victory Bell, it's still way too strong, to be honest. It is just one of the best Pokemon that you can have. You can, by the way, if you don't know how to get the Shadow Victory Bell right now, you can get the Shadow Pre-Evolution Bellsprout from the decoy grunts that you can get from keeping basically your Super Rocket Raider thingy for Giovanni. You don't have to battle Giovanni immediately when the thing comes out. I always have one saved, so I can showcase the new Shadow new Shadow Legendary immediately when they come out. But yeah, like, you can just keep this and just battle the decoy grunts, and you're going to be able to encounter Shadow Bellsprout there. If you didn't know this, it's definitely a cool trick. I would in general recommend you to keep the Super Rocket Raider for as long as you can, as you can just get free grunts basically that you can battle to get more of those pieces there to build the what's called, I don't know, like those team leader bosses thing are there. I don't know. But yeah, like, it's definitely worth it to keep the Super Rocket Raider, especially also to get the Shadow Victory Bell here. As we can go ahead, farm down this Stunfisk, we can take all the moves with Deoxys. Actually, funny thing is that Deoxys and Bastion are the 2 Pokemon in the Go Battle League with the highest defense stat. As we kind of want to make a team like later on as well, I think tomorrow, where I play the team with the highest defense stat other than Shuckle. Like, Shuckle would have the highest defense stat in Pokemon Go, but like, I'm not gonna play a 300 CP Pokemon, so here you can just see how crazy Victory Bell can annihilate everything, just going straight for the Razor Leaf down, and the Pokemon are just all falling down as we see the wall rank coming in. One more Leaf Blade goes down here, and we're gonna be able to win the game. The thing about the Shadow Victory Bell, why it is so good, is also just the moveset. Of course, Razor Leaf does an insane amount of damage, but to pair with that, you also have the Leaf Blade, which is Stab. In my opinion, also the best charge move in the game, because it's 70 damage for 35 energy, which is insanely strong. And then you have Acid Spray, which you would boost in some scenarios as well, you damage from your Razor Leaf. So this Pokemon basically has the best possible moveset as well, and it's just insane. It's just literally one of the best Pokemon that you can run right now in Go Battle League, which is kind of crazy because it just literally relies on fast move damage. Even against stuff like a Registeel here, you would be able to do some very nice damage with this Pokemon, as we can just shield this up most likely. It's going to be a little bit tricky to win against this Registeel still, but we can go ahead, go for one more Thunderbolt. We can try to get this Pokemon low, and as soon as we can get this thing like at a range where we can maybe even... Oh, we actually swap here, that's perfect. This will allow us to take a Zap Cannon onto our Bastion, and they are forced to throw another Focus Blast here, which is amazing for us, as this will KO us, but like, we can still go back into our Deoxys, go for one Thunderbolt, and most likely KO this thing already. So this is going to be a good game. Deoxys defense is not needed here, by the way. You can also, if you run like the matchup like this, you can also run the Vigoroth as a safe swap. If you play it differently and use the Bastion in the lead, you kind of need to have the Deoxys defense as a safe swap. Here we catch the Psycho Boost, which is nice, catch also the Registeel, which is even better for us. I also flipped the match in general, like I flipped the team a little bit later on and play the Bastion in the lead, I think. I still think it's better to run the Victory Bell in the lead, to be honest, because a lot of Pokemon just are very weak to this. And also, if you catch like something like the Shadow Nidoqueen in the lead, which is one of the most common leads, you're way better off with the Victory Bell than compared to the Bastion, as you can just win this matchup in the one shield. You shoot once and farm it all the way down. We see the Zapcan coming through. I would resist this move, but I kind of wanted to shield this because I expected this, what's it called, the Deoxys defense coming back in, and of course we can catch the move again onto our Bastion, and this is a Psycho Boost. Now the counter does basically no damage from them, and their charge moves in general do no damage, and I can just farm this thing all the way down because this catch was just so beautiful that it gives us such a good advantage. As we still have shield advantage, we have our Pokemon all still alive, as we see most likely the Registeel coming back in. We can go for one Flamethrower, KO this, and no matter what they have in the back, I don't know a single Pokemon that would still win here. We have, yeah, okay, there's no way. We have an energy advantage on our Victory Bell, and we have a Pokemon that, with Bastion, that basically beats everything that usually would beat Victory Bell, so that's basically a good game. Seeing the best possible lead basically here as they go into Walrein and I go into the Bastion. I shouldn't have went into Bastion. I definitely should have went into my Deoxys defense because I still would win the matchup here, but I wouldn't get weaker against the Swampert as they go straight for the Icicle Spear here, which is amazing for us because now we can just farm all the way down. As you can see here, we're both going to wait out, I think. Oh no, they're through now? No, okay. Yeah, we both are waiting here because we know that the switch clock is coming up again. I can farm this thing down. I can now go and swap into my Victory Bell while having still 100 energy. I get this thing very low. As we see a Skarmory coming in, which is very horrible, so I shouldn't have swapped into this. I should have definitely went into the Deoxys in the first place, so I misplayed this game as they try to, yeah, give me some more farm, I guess. Like, it's kind of wild. Like, everybody is just standing still here. That's kind of high level plays. As they have 1 HP in a Dream, we can go into our Bastion. We still survive this move, and we can still go for one Stone Edge against a Swampert. If they want to shield, they can shield this up, but I have still my Deoxys defense in the back, and I just need 2 Psycho Boosts, but I also need some damage from the counter first, so I'm not going to throw the Psycho Boost immediately here, as this will allow me to put him into range for 1 Psycho Boost even after the debuff. We will see the Hydro Cannon come in. It's still going to be close, though. I don't know if I can actually still win this game. That's going to be very close. They shield up the first move as expected. I can go for another one. I hope that this is enough. We will see that it's not enough, but a 1 more counter will seal the deal. We still have a shield left anyway, so it's going to be a good game. Sableye lead, no problem for Victory Bell. They swap into the Nidoqueen. That's a problem for me. Okay, it's not really a problem for Victory Bell. You can still just farm this thing all the way down, as you can see here, and I can just basically stay in here, can realign my Pokemon. If they want to go back into the Sableye, that's fine. They go into the Registeel, which now means I can go into my Deoxys defense here. I can align this Pokemon against the Registeel. I can take any move here. I can just let this move go through, and I can now go back into my Bastion against the incoming Sableye now. And this is going to be a very nice matchup for me. It's still a tricky matchup though, because they have a shield advantage, but I think I'm still going to be fine here, as the smackdown damage just comes through so much that it's pretty damn easy to get this into range where even the Thunderbolt would KO from our Deoxys defense. We see them going for a charge move here again. Foul play comes through. We still survive another foul play, but we also would get them into range where 1 Thunderbolt does KO them. Do they let this go? Do they shield this? They shield this. I can try to go for my Thunderbolt. Didn't work out. I swapped into their fast move, so kind of crazy that it didn't work out, but I guess the swap now took 1 turn, which is kind of sadly still an inconsistency in the game. I go straight for the Psycho Boost because I didn't know how much energy they still had and didn't want to risk it, and this kind of nearly cost me the game here. I definitely would have been able to get to 1 Thunderbolt, as they go for 1 Focus Blast, KO me, and it's a farm down with the Bastion against the Registeel, and we win the game here. As we face the next opponent, having Nidoqueen in the lead, you can just go straight for 1 shield and farm it all the way down, which is very nice. There's nothing that they can do even after the debuff here. I don't know if it's because of my IV spread or if it's always the case, but this is pretty easy. We see a Medicham coming in as we can go for one one Leaf Blade here, getting a shield, and now we can align our Pokemon perfectly, as I expect them to have maybe even Sableye in the back again, I don't know. They go for one Psychic, that does nice damage. As we see them not swapping out, we can go for one Thunderbolt, and we can get them a little bit lower at least. We put them into the yellow health already. We can take still one Psychic here, which is going to be very nice, as the Psychic going to do some nice damage. We go ahead and try to throw a move here. Do they shield this? Do they let this move go through? We have to see. They're going to let this move go through, and we see a Scrafty in the back. It's a double fighter line. There's nothing I can do there. It's kind of tough sometimes. And we see the Walrein in the lead, and here we swapped out the order of it. I guess it's actually more suiting for us right now to have this order in, because the Venusaur can be a little bit tricky with our backline. Otherwise, we can go for 2 flamethrowers here, and I think I wouldn't be able to win the 2-shield scenario here, but I should be able to get 2 shields from them, which is going to be very nice for me. Or maybe I have to invest 1 shield, I'm not sure. I actually think I misplay this a lot. Yeah, I think I can farm him down now, and I couldn't farm him down. So this was kind of a problem here. As you can see now, I should have just thrown a charge move, but they actually overfarmed enough that I was not able to do this, as I can go into my Deoxys and we will see the Walrein coming back in. I can go for one Thunderbolt here, I guess. Try to get the final shield and hope that they have something in the back that I can deal with, but I'm not sure. I go for the Psycho Boost actually, because it's lower energy and I guess I already have them low. They're going to shield this up. I go into my Victory Bell and I will be able to shield this move up and hope that I have something in the back where I can still get to a charge move too. It's going to be a Medicham. We're going to be able to get to the Leaf Blade here. It's going to do massive damage, as this is Shadow bonus, and you see how much it did. It's insane. They can go ahead, go for an Ice Punch, KOing us here, but we can just farm all the way down with the Deoxys, have a move start for the Walrein, and winning this game pretty easily with one Zero Bubble Psycho Boost here just to troll. As we see the next opponent, we're going to have the next opponent here, another legend with Deoxys defense lead. You swap into your own Deoxys here immediately, as we get greeted by Sableye. Not very good for us, but it's fine. We just have to keep our shields here, to be honest. If we keep our shields, we should be okay, because he can deal with the Deoxys defense with the Victory Bell in the 2-shield scenario. So it's not the worst thing. They're going to go ahead and KO us, and we can just farm this thing down with our Bastion and getting a lot of energy, and maybe even putting the Deoxys defense a little bit lower, which might be good for our Pokemon in the back. As I can just tank all those moves, I have to keep my shields for the Victory Bell. Going to be very important that we keep this thing alive, as we see the next Pokemon coming in, which is going to be the Deoxys, trying to get this thing lower, so we can farm this thing down with just fast moves. But they're actually going to shield this move up. They're going straight for the Psycho Boost, which is okay. And we will see where they swap into. They swap into a Mandibuzz, and this is going to be a good game. Completely hard-walled from the get-go. Literally nothing I can do there. Good game to my opponent. We see the Sableye against us. Again, very good for us that we have faced it here with the Bastion, and you can always get a shield advantage here, no matter what. Maybe even 2 shields, depending on the IVs of the Sableye. But they go into a Greedent, which we can just also stay in here. Of course, I could also go into my... into my Deoxys defense, but I fear that they might have like a steel type in the back, and I kind of maybe need the Deoxys defense for this, so I'm going to stay in here. Crunch does absolutely no damage to us, and we can just go ahead and go for another Stone Edge here, which would KO the Greedent. We will see if they're gonna let this move go through. They do let this move go through, and we can now go for another Stone Edge, but we're actually not gonna be able to reach it, so we're gonna let this move go through. Try to farm it down with the Victory Bell. They can still get to a move here, which is fine for us, but now we have them in a range where even a Psych Boost would KO them, and we see the Registeel coming in. We're going to go ahead, go for the Acid Spray, and finally the Acid Spray has some play here, as this will be able to get A, a shield, but B, also debuff the opponent's defense. We're going to shield our Victory Bell, as we kind of want to keep this alive for the Sableye later, and we can just farm down this Registeel completely because of the double super, like the super effective counter plus the double debuff on the defense. It's just too much for it, and we have so much energy now that we can just go ahead, go for 2 Psycho Boost, and I think this will be enough to KO the Sableye here already, and it's going to be a good game. But we actually can go for another Thunderbolt as well, which will seal the deal. Again, this team is just very, very strong, no matter how you want to play it. Either if you want to have the lead of the Bastion, which is again here really good, or not. I think Lead Bastion might be even better for like fire types, because fire types like the Marowak would be a problem otherwise. They actually have a purified Marowak, I've just seen that. As we see an Azumarill coming in, Azumarill is actually a problem for the Victory Bell a little bit because you have to shield always once. This is an Ice Beam and it would KO. And I actually make the mistake and let this move go through because I thought it wouldn't KO, but maybe it doesn't KO if I have actually a good IV spread, and like this we kinda screw this game up a little bit. So that's kinda embarrassing. I should have played this better, but they actually go into a 9-tails, which is fine for us now, as we know that we can just smack down everything as they even let this move go through. We can go for one Psycho Boost now as well. Go into our Bastion and win the game, just smacking down everything. And yeah, that's going to be it for the video. Thanks for watching. See you next video. Have a great rest of your day. This is just the most annoying team that you can run in the Go Battle League because it's just so fast move heavy. But it's like so good, sadly. Like if you still need some team that doesn't really require too much skill, to be honest, to play, this is the team for you. And yeah, that's going to be it. See you next video. Bye.